Here I am, breaking out the zombie apocalypse gear, setting up booby traps, putting up mini blinds, taking my old paintings down, setting up perimeters, and getting ready for the next attack on my property. And then I was going to go next door and let the neighbors know that I put in a police report because somebody's been creeping on the property. And after talking with the parent next door, come to find out, it was her fucking kids. You kidding me? Folks, that's how shit gets started right there. That's how it happens. You know, now I'm wondering, do I need to go take my booby traps down so the kids don't get hurt? No, they're just noisemakers. But I mean, I'm sitting here looking crazy now because I went through the motions, and yes, I did the whole PC thing. You know, Bill would be proud of me. I went through this whole thing of explaining to them, hey, did y'all see some chairs out in the driveway? Oh, yeah, we saw them out there. I was like, well, was it there this morning whenever you left for work? Or, you know, when did this happen? Oh, yeah, they were there this morning. Looking crazy. I was like, oh, okay then. Well, I just want to let y'all know I already called the law and filed a report on it. And, you know, because apparently somebody's been creeping on our property, and I'm just looking out for y'all. You know, I got y'all's back. You know, I hope y'all say the same. I was like, take a good look at me. If it ain't me, all right, y'all need to call. That was my kids. What the? And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I was like, I had this look like, what? Your kids? I was like, oh, that was your kid? I was like, okay, well, that's cool. All right, kids gonna be kids. You know, I went to the whole, oh, yeah, it's fine now. Oh, hunky-dory. Are you kidding me? Bitch, you could have come over and told me. I mean, it's one thing for kids to do something. But folks, if you know your kids did wrong, especially if it ain't on your property, if they go to the next door neighbors and they mess stuff up, make them clean it up, go to the property owner and say, look, my kids did this, I'm gonna make them clean it up. Don't just sweep that shit under the rug and act like I ain't gonna see it. You know I'm gonna see it. What, you thought I was just gonna leave the chairs in the driveway? You kidding me? And I mean, honestly, it's not a problem because I do feel that way. Kids are gonna be kids, but you as adults need to realize that's how domestic shit starts. Because if I didn't have the demeanor that I do, that could have escalated into some bullshit right there. If it was the wrong person. You know, I could have said, well, I done called the law. Don't you step foot on this. Blah, blah, blah. Yakety smack. My driveway. This chair's pat. You know, it could have went the wrong direction. But there I was. You know, going with the okie doke, saying, oh, just the kids. That's fine. You know. But I explained to them. You know, many, many moons ago, you know, there was this certain little group off in this neighborhood back here. They're gone now. Go forever. They're gone because they ended up getting caught for some very serious stuff. Yeah, I ain't even going to talk about that. But yeah, them guys won't be back. And I thought maybe we had a new batch of those people, you know, creeping up in the yard. Come to find out, it was just kids. But look, I almost feel like a booty now. I almost feel like a booty because like I said though, I let my guard down and didn't hear this. You know, there I was. Oh, it's just the possum. Oh, it's just the armadillo or the chicken or the cat. When all along it was a person. But the thing is that folks need to realize is that could have went wrong being, you know, with the wrong individual. That's how shit happens for parents not being more responsible. You know, if your kid does something like that, you need to bring said kid to where they did it and say, look, I deeply apologize, but I'm going to make them clean it up, this, and this. Because you do that shit no matter if it's in the middle of the night, early in the morning, in the afternoon, and the wrong person sees it, and they don't react properly to it. You know, that's how people get injured and hurt, and domestic stuff happens. All right, that's how it happens. So on one hand, I feel like a booty for going through all the stuff, even that last video, which the last video is something that has been on my mind, and it kind of cleared up a lot of things out of my mind. It still happened. I was wrong about the time. It happened in the daytime. All right. And on the flip side of that, I'm looking at, well, yeah, your kids did it. Kids are going to be kids. But where's the parenting here? Telling me that you chewed them out and actually going through the entire process of making them clean it up. You know, because seriously, my shit was jacked up. Table all kicked to the side. You know, I got conch shells out there looking crazy, laid out all over the place. My tiki torches that have oil in them. You know, that's dangerous in itself. If that lights a spark when it's turned sideways, you know what I'm saying? Just things move, chairs in the driveway. Why didn't you make them put it back? I'm looking at both sides of this, of how that could have escalated into something that wasn't pretty. You know? And like I said, it may sound funny, but yeah, I went through the motions. I got, you know, I done set up set up perimeters, barricades back here, and tripwires up here, and you know what I'm saying? And all along, it was kids. Are you kidding me? And that is the root of a lot of issues that we have in the world right now, is poor parenting. And I'm not saying these parents are bad or bad people and they're not parenting them children, but you need to go all the way through the process. Okay? I remember when shit used to go down whenever I was a kid and I would mess up. Oh, you could rest assured my parents went through that process. Okay? One of those times, and I'm not going to get into too many details about it because it ain't none of your business. One of those times it went all the way to a judge. And judge got me straight real quick. And it was over something that may not be that big of a deal to most folks, but my parents wasn't playing. I mean, that's how serious my parents were about making sure that I knew right, wrong, responsibility. Okay? And I haven't always been perfect. No, I am not by no means a perfect individual. I've had my mistakes in life. But as far as the parenting thing, I can say this with confidence, is my parents did 100% try to do the right thing as parents. Here at the end. And I urge anybody out there that gives a shit to do the same thing. Okay? You got to be the ones to make them call you, you know, if they're going to stay out, you know, after dark. Call me at 8 o'clock. I remember my parents used to make me call me at 8 o'clock, let me know you're all right, be home by 10. If you ain't going to be home by 10, you better call me. I mean, that shit went on after I was 18 years old, folks. I had already, you know, almost on my way to the military, you know, and they were still doing that to me. When I got home from the military, they still did that to me because they were being parents. And I guess we're just going to flip into that's, I don't know. I don't even want to get into it because it'll turn into a podcast. It really will. But the bottom line is this. As much as I want to apologize for the last video, it still happened. I'm not going to apologize for the last video because things I said in that video really are true. Okay? It's not an opinion. It's a fact. And you guys know it is. On the flip side of that, even though it wasn't a creeper, you know, or somebody up on the property low crawling and doing all kind of stuff, it's bad to think that it was kids because let's say I did hear them, okay, and I did overreact. It could have turned out way different than me just looking at it and calling the law and going to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, y'all need to just be on your parenting. That's all I'm saying.